Hi there, this is Mukunda Mark, and I'm here in Integral Yoga and Jyoti. This is one of the yoga rooms, yoga studio rooms here at Integral Yoga in San Francisco. And Mukunda is my spiritual name. I was given that in 2009 when I did my basic teacher training, and it means he who gives liberation. It's just a kind of like a nickname to be given after kind of embarking on a journey of deepening into a yoga practice. And yeah, it's a gift to have the name. So that's where I got Yoga Mukunda. I just like the sound of it, and bringing those two words together was a fun thing for me to create some years back, and now I'm using that as my business. So welcome, and we're in a new month, so it's August, butterflies and flowers, and this is the reading from the Golden Present Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda, who founded Integral Yoga. August 1st, the reading is, "You would even enjoy hell. Wherever you go, you carry your own imagination. Even if you go to heaven, you won't be able to see it as heaven if there is a hell in your heart. If you have a heaven in your heart, you would even enjoy hell. Yes, it's true. Because you would see heaven there. It's all up to you." Short one, but very powerful. Um, yeah, about our attitude and the way that we carry ourselves in the world really does make all the difference. I don't know about being down in hell, or down in hell. From what we've learned and the pictures we see, if you'd be able to walk through that with a sense of enjoyment, but the idea of it, the principle of this, really is useful. How many times do we react to the outside things, and that determines how we feel in our heart? It's such a strong reaction, or such a strong thing in front of us that our eyes see, that it creates a reaction in us, good or bad. How much of that can be determined by our state of being? And if we are in a place where we feel centered, we feel connected to our understanding of how things work, cause and effect, if we're able to hold compassion and kindness in our hearts, would we look at things differently when we see them? I know for myself, a lot of times I may have this feeling of I have to navigate through some of these thoughts where I think, is this being done to me personally, or is this being done to me generally, just because I happen to be this person walking, through this place? And that can, take a little bit of work to be able to discern, are they reaching out to me personally or generally? I've thought of this on the full spectrum of everything from, if somebody were to get angry at me, is it personal? Is it general? Is it, more to do with them? Is it situational? And even to the other end of the spectrum of, being in a relationship with someone. Do they want to be in that relationship with me personally, or do they just like the general idea of being in a relationship, and vice versa? And that takes some effort, to be able to exercise that awareness, that personal awareness of how am I showing up in the world, and what am I holding in my heart that's having me see the experience or the person in front of me. And how can we hold heaven in our heart? And that's, can be the challenge. And then sometimes we might not even want to have that. We want to be angry. We feel a sense of righteousness around a certain emotion. sense of duty, so it gets even more challenging. But for me, what I learned and recognized is the goal of creating more balance and having a more balanced perspective and a more balanced nature. And it just seems that so far, having the yogic practices and being a student of these teachings, that has helped me gain a better understanding of really human nature, of myself, why things happen, why these thoughts get triggered. And rather than to race off with them and be pulled in all directions by these thoughts or situations or people, how can I maintain my center, remind myself who I am, who we are, and what's true. And that to me is through having some kind of a regular practice, a daily practice that reminds me, that helps strengthen that part of me. Because it really is like a muscle, having faith, having a practice of balance, having compassion, having kindness. It's a muscle. It's not literally a muscle, but it's the idea of being able to build something up so it has strength to be able to do more, to lift heavier things, right? So, cool. Wow, this was good to read. And and he says it's all up to you. Sometimes we think we're waiting for the outside stuff to be fixed and changed and to really support the way we want to see the world. But the world's just doing its thing, It's all up to you. It's all up to us. All right. Well, thanks for taking a moment and watching this. And I hope this has been useful. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.